So I thought of another one in the last five. I watched the one I did before, and I didn't rate uh, Green Street Free. It's 2 out of 10. I think I said that in the second one, so I guess that's covered. But yeah, I thought of another film. It's slightly better. That is Kid Cannabis. This one is I'd only watch this if you're into weed and tits. There's nothing else to it, but it's got weed and tits, so I was at least intrigued. I watched this the night of my 21st birthday because I was super stoned and I couldn't really leave the house to go party, so I had to wait till the next day. But I got time off my placement to do that, so that worked out, and I got to watch Kid Cannabis, which I have now seen, I think, twice since then. Not through picking it, just because someone else wanted to watch it. But yeah, Kid Cannabis. So it's about a fat kid and his extremely attractive friend, who are both outsiders. I don't know how this other kid. Well, they say he's from Boston because they're up north near Canada. Uh, but they say it's because he's from Boston, so no one likes him because he's from Boston, even though he seems to be pretty attractive and in the first 5 minutes seems to do very well with the girls. But yeah, so they're losers and they want to become cool, so they decide to start smuggling weed across the Canadian border. And apparently, this is based on a true film. I don't know how loosely because they wouldn't be hanging out. To be fair, there's a crew, and that crew would not be hanging out with the main character. He would have his own fat friends. Well, not fat friends, but he'd have like I don't know, just loser friends. Um, think of a loser, and that would probably be them. But he's been in other things. He was in uh, Party X, that the one I mean, Midnight X, that one where it's all in the camera. And they have a big party. I can't remember what it's called. It's something X. It's Party X or some shit. I don't care. Talking about Kid Cannabis. So yeah, they do that. I know. Well, again, spoil the ending, but basically they get super rich because they have Ron Perlman of all people as a link to sell the weed. I don't know why Ron Perlman's in this. I guess he just wanted a check. And actually, funny enough, he gets the weed from Dr. Cox from Scrubs. That's also a weird one. Yeah, I don't know. Again, he literally gives, I think, the flattest performance I've ever seen. If you can't think of a reason, if you don't like tits and weed, actually watch it just for that one. He's in like one scene, and it's the flattest performance I think I've ever seen of anyone. He doesn't care. He literally talks like I'm talking now, just with no passion or love for anything, and just everything's grey and the highs and lows are just one hum. But yeah, so they get the weed off him and then sell it to Ron Perlman, and then they make loads of money. And because of that, they get to have parties and sex. And it's a stupid film, but the film does at least know it's a stupid film. Like there's one part where the mum lives with like knows that her son is selling all this weed, and she doesn't care. And so he has all these parties with booze and drugs and stuff, and she's literally just washing clothes with his with the I guess her younger son and his little brother who looks about 14, who by the way are both like good looking people. Like they could both be in models like Gap Kids and Gap kind of thing, and this kid is still like I guess you'd call him like a sloffer. I don't know. That's what I'd call him because I don't know his name. Just sloffer, and everyone here is just super attractive. It's quite jarring then seeing him in it because even the bodyguards are slightly attractive, and it's all literally for that one reason. But I enjoy it because at least it knows what it's going for. Like I came into this film knowing it would just be tits and weed, and I got tits and weed, so I can't moan. And I wouldn't really watch it unless I was stoned because I think watching it sober there'd be some plot holes really, like apart from the ones I just said. For example, there's a bit where the sidekick of Slothra gets her girlfriend, and that's never really talked about. She's just there to be fit and to show some tits. So good, good. Yep, I'm glad with that plot line. I guess it concluded nicely with tits. And who doesn't want tits unless you're a straight girl or a gay guy. You know, that's only what, half the population. But oh well, I think it's half the population. I guess it adds up to half the population. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Um, yeah, I guess it's kind of weird how he kind of goes from nerdy kid to coke sniffing fiend from selling weed. I don't know where the cocaine came from, but I guess if you sell weed, you get coke. Sure, and then he becomes a coke fiend and starts shooting at people as well. That happens. Again, I won't tell how it ends. But yeah, if you're stoned and no Seth Rogen films doing it for you anymore, or no Tommy Chong films doing it for anymore, or you're not keen on Will Ferrell right now, or Star Wars, I guess check this out. I mean, for what it is, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I don't know why I'm rating these. These just seem to be random ratings. I'm not really putting much thought into them, but I guess 5 because I had a decent time and I've watched it since, not under my own influence. So yeah, um, if you want to watch that, go for it. If not, there's still Green Streets, I guess, to watch. But watch this one first, please, because the others are terrible. Cheers.